Hey, my name is Tina Evans. I'm 38, and I'm a freight broker from Fort Worth, Texas.
There you go.
Sorry.
And so when you originally came in, what were you looking to accomplish?
I started on April 28th of this year, 2015, and when I met with Dave, my first goal I told him was to get healthy. I mean, that's ultimately everyone's goal, you know, want to live longer and healthier. And I set myself a goal for this year, which was to lose 80 pounds. I have more than 80 to lose, but I was wanting to accomplish at least 80 this year. And as of today, as of this morning, which I'm in my 15th week, I'm down 63 pounds. So I've done really well in a short amount of time.
Before you came in, what was the biggest obstacle to you to get started? What did you have to overcome? Was it money? Was it the time? Was it, just pulling the trigger to make the changes?
I've made changes before. I think what changed this time is I'm not getting any younger because I'll be 39 on August 19th. And I've been yo-yoing. I mean, a lot of people yo-yo, but the last 3 years I gained like 100 plus pounds. So I know what needs to be done. I just felt like I needed to incorporate not just the diet aspect, because I did hardcore cardio all the time, but I didn't have the weights. And I felt like I needed to have a trainer to coordinate both together and try to do an overall program versus me trying to do it on my own. It was a big thing for me.
What was your initial reaction to the program?
Oh, I loved it. I loved the trainers, the motivation. Everyone now is like, you got it down packed, you can do it on your own. I was like, I think I can do it, but I just wanted to have that constant motivation, because it's easy to just do it on your own, but you don't have that body manipulation where you because you get like in a pattern and your body will start plateauing. And I think with the trainers in the program and just everyone around you and at the fitness program, they just really encourage you more than people at work or anything, because they know they're going through the same struggles as you are, and they see you, at the gym at your weakest moment. So it was a really great opportunity to push forward and hopefully make this the ultimate and final change.
How did you initially gain the weight? Was it over time, or was it?
It was over time. A little bit about myself, I guess. I'll kind of go into a little bit. I've yo-yoed all my life. I've never been, I was in high school, I was like in the mid-20s, 220 something pounds. My highest I've gotten was 325 pounds. I started losing weight off and on. I got married, it'd be 8 years. Within 2 years of my marriage, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. And I started becoming a caretaker and not taking care of myself. We wanted to get pregnant. Sorry, I'm emotional.
It's okay.
And had struggles getting pregnant and did all those shots and all the treatments to go with it. And those failed, and we had IVF and that failed. So I think I just kind of took myself inward, and just kind of fed that pain, with food. And I just didn't really take care of myself. So I just, you just wake up one day, it's like a light switch. You just got to get up and get going, and you see people around you, and, it's just, you just got to get out of that depression. Just know that you're worth it and go forward.
When was the first time that they noticed, that anybody noticed that you were dropping the weight?
Within this program?
Yeah.
I think within maybe 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, because within my first month, I lost 20 pounds. So that was pretty dramatic, and just the other day, it was so funny because one of the girls the other day said, they're like, Tina, you're losing weight. This was just 2 days ago. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing 60 plus pounds. But I had always worn clothes that were, not as flattering to my figure, because I always wore baggy stuff because I always wanted to hide my figure. Now I've kind of gotten out of my shell a little bit, and I'm wearing clothes that are more fitted to my body style now that I've changed. So, but yeah, within about a month, people started noticing more changes in me.
And how do you feel?
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Energy. I mean, I'm like, you always hear about that runner's high. You do. You get a high from working out. And it's like the more I can do, the better I feel, And a lot of people think, you need to slow down. You're overdoing it. I'm like, no, because you just get on that motivation and that high, and you just keep wanting to do it. And I've kind of motivated people at work because they've seen where I've gone, and they're just like, man, I just want to be like Tina, I'm like, you just got to be your own individual. I always tell people, I have a friend at work. She's 300 plus pounds, 5'5". I mean, 5'1", I think, actually. And she had struggles, and I told her, I said, Jennifer, as long as you keep moving, I told her, show her ways to modify things, but you just gotta keep pushing forward, and motivate yourself, and, you're your own cheerleader, you can't rely on anyone else, you gotta keep pushing forward, and do it consistently.
Now, the nutrition being 85% of your results,
Mm-hmm.
what's the number one thing that has had the biggest impact on your nutrition? And
before I started the program, mine was sweets and cheeses, like dairy stuff, and I had soft drinks, diet soft drinks at that, which now they say that is the worst thing to have is a diet soft drink. I was drinking probably 2 to 3 drinks a day, soft drinks. I drink nothing but water. Everyone's like, well, you can have tea or something, I'm strictly water. I probably drink, I think I've always heard, not from this program, but I've just heard from, you need to drink half of your body weight in water a day. Is that about right? No? Well, I was like, but I drink lots of water a day, could keep flushing that, everything else. But I lost track of what I was saying, I'm sorry.
That's okay. The number one nutrition for yourself.
For myself, I think it was just, like I was trying to get to, was drinking all the water, keep that out, keep the bad, keep the impurities and all that, and just eating a balanced, nutrition and making sure I'm eating breakfast. A lot of times I skip breakfast. Now I notice that that's my important meal of the day to kind of jumpstart my metabolism and go. And I don't eat after 7 o'clock at night. Make sure I get that last meal in beforehand so I don't go to bed with a heavy stomach,
Going into what was your biggest struggle in nutrition and how did you solve it?
My biggest was sweets, and I just stopped. It's kind of like whenever you hear people that smoke or have an addiction, I just stopped cold turkey. Now, I will tell you that I have weaknesses just like everyone else. If I want it, I'll have it, but I don't have it every day, 3-4 times a day. I might have it once a week or every couple of weeks. I don't really cheat a whole lot. That keeps me more accountable, and I know because I've known in the past if I get on that, I know the spiral that it takes me down, and I don't want to go down that road ever again.
If there was a girl out there in her 30s or 40s and she's, got weight to lose, 30, 40, 50 pounds, what would you say to her to get her off the fence?
You're worth it. You need to just do it. I know it's hard, but it seems like whenever you start your first 2 weeks in, you just get on a motivation and you do it. Ultimately you're worth it. Just take the time. A lot of people say they don't have the time. I was one of those that didn't think they had the time. You have to make the time. Even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, work yourself up to it, and go from there.
Anything else you want to add?
Oh goodness, I'm a talker. If you keep letting me talk, I'll keep talking. But no, just seriously, just make yourself a priority. No one else will. This is the one life you have to live. Make it the best life you have, and just go from there.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Perfect.
I get
That's awesome.